G'day. Today I'm going to run through my predictions for the 2021 season. This year I see F1 being quite unpredictable, both in driver performances, team performances, and even where we'll be racing. So in this video I'll run through my predictions for the coming season. Straight up, Max Verstappen will win the 2021 Drivers' Championship. He ended 2020 with a win in Abu Dhabi, and with the car having proved solid during testing, I think Mercedes will be well nervous this year. Max is focused, he's hungry, and Red Bull have what it takes to win. The bookies also have him a slight favourite at $2.70, ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Now, picking the 20 drivers in the correct order is impossible, because you've got to bear this in mind. There are 2.4 quintillion combinations of the 20 drivers. That's an incomprehensible number. Let me explain it another way. That's 300 million times bigger than the global population. It's also about 1/3 of the total number of grains of sand on Earth. So when you say you don't agree with my list, know that no one else in the world is likely to. And yes, I'm picking Lewis Hamilton to dip out on his 8th title and finish in 2nd place behind Max. There was some cracks showing in the Mercedes camp during testing, and they have some work in front of them. You can't write him off though. He's a freakishly good driver, and if the car's up to it, he'll be dicing with Max for the title and paying $2.77. Daniel Ricciardo is my surprise pick for 3rd. He's full of confidence in the McLaren. Team's going well, he's in the prime of his career, and he will win a race or two this season. He's $35 to win the title, much shorter odds to place in the top 3, and that's where I see him at 3rd. Valtteri Bottas will snare 4th as Mercedes refine their car over the season. He has to show form this year as his contract is up for renewal at the end of the season, and he'll be keen to stamp his mark on the Merc drive for another year or two. He's $9.60 to win. Sergio Perez landed on his feet at Red Bull, and with a strong car underneath him, expect him to be a regular on the podium this year. He'll win a race, maybe more than one, but that 2nd seat at Red Bull is a tough one to fill. But his experience in the sport should see him able to do better than the previous 2 youngsters who filled the seat. At $9 for the win, that's about the right price. Sebastian Vettel is quoted at $81 to win the championship, but given he's escaped what many have described as a toxic environment at Ferrari, he'll return refreshed at Aston Martin this year. He'll be well treated, and I see a race win for him in 2021, a few podiums, and some solid finishes ahead of his younger teammate. Always pack a medical kit when you travel. Go and see your doctor before you depart to get prescriptions for drugs you may need while you're away, for things like antibiotics. And always carry your prescriptions for drugs that require a script, because in some countries you may need to produce those scripts. Lando Norris, paying $41 to win the title, will learn a lot from Daniel and feature on the podium a few times this year, and look for him to be pushing those ahead of him. Pierre Gasly will continue to improve this year, and while I wouldn't be taking the $75 price to win the title, I think we'll see him in the top half of the field and on the podium a couple of times this year as AlphaTauri continues to push. Fernando Alonso, well, he's paying $126 to win the title, but I think those odds are way too long. He's a shrewd driver, and while I think he'll be disappointed at not having a car under him that can outrace a Red Bull or a Mercedes, he will get the most out of it and be a boon for Alpine when it comes to marketing and exposure. Lance Stroll will finish midfield, paying $85 to win the World Drivers' Championship. He's got some good people in his camp and will learn plenty from Sebastian. I always think Lance looks a little bored when I see him in the paddock, but I'm assured he's just relaxed and ready to do the hard yards needed to be successful. The odds-on favourite for staff training is Canity.com. It's the world's best online staff training portal. Check it out. And then look for Charles Leclerc to finish 11th in the 2021 World Drivers' Championship. You can get $81 for every dollar you invest on him to win the title, but think you're probably wasting your money there too. Charles will be frustrated this year as Ferrari looks to return to glory, but I think it's going to take a lot longer than a year. I can see Yuki Tsunoda finishing 12th this year. He showed good form in testing and has the might of Japan urging him on, and AlphaTauri has shown that they can nurture young drivers, and Yuki is the youngest of the 2021 field at just 20. He's going to go well, but I wouldn't be taking the 100-to-1 odds on him to win the title. Carlos Sainz will be sad and frustrated to see his old team several places in front of him on the grid this year as he battles through what I see as a tough season for Ferrari. He'll know what it's like to be the second driver at a marquee team, and I can only see 13th for Carlos this year, unless Ferrari finds something magical that fixes their car. He's paying $126. Esteban Ocon is paying $150 to win the title, so don't be expecting too much from him either. He'll be very much in the shadow of Fernando, more so than he was with Daniel, and that may lead to a loss of confidence. But he's a good driver, and with some improvements to the car's performance, he may snare a podium or two this year. This leaves us with 6 positions to fill, but in a COVID year, I predict Alex Albon will score points and finish in 15th. He's Red Bull's reserve driver, and I think there's a possibility he'll fill in at least once this year. That leaves the final 6 to be filled by Alfa, Williams and Haas drivers. They're all at prohibitive odds to win the title, with George Russell being the shortest priced at 500 to 1, and any bet on Nikita Mazepin, Nicholas Latifi or Mick Schumacher at 3,000 to 1 is simply a donation to the bookies. I see Kimi in 16th, George Russell in 17th, Antonio Giovinazzi in 18th, Nikita Mazepin 19th, Mick Schumacher in 20th, and Nicholas Latifi in 21st. So this is the way I see the drivers finishing up at the end of this year. That's my predictions for the 2021 F1 season. Who knows if I've got any of them right. We'll find out though in 8 months' time. Please like the video if you've liked it, subscribe if you haven't done so, hit the notifications bell button, that way you'll get notified of videos, and members get free wallpapers every month and other benefits. For all of my digital images, head to prostarpics.com. If you're looking for a great gift idea for an F1 fan, get one of my F1 drivers photo books. They're available at kimillman.com, and they feature photos from testing and will be updated all throughout the year. And you'll find my best pics on Instagram live from the track and all during the week on Instagram at kimillman. Thanks for watching and stay passionate. The end.